Some people thought it would be a good thing for me to come, a bad thing. I just wanted to come. I really came today to thank law enforcement and to just really that what you've done has been incredible.
Our top story at 4 o'clock, President Donald Trump tours the battered and burned streets of Kenosha. The president coming to the defense of law enforcement days after protests over the shooting of Jacob Blake turned deadly. Good afternoon. Thanks for joining us. I'm Ben Bradley.
And I'm Julie Unruh. Thanks for joining us. I'm in for Lourdes Duarte this evening. We have live team coverage in Kenosha at this hour. WGN's Sean Lewis has reaction from members of Jacob Blake's family.
But we begin with WGN political reporter Taman Bradley. He's following President Trump this afternoon. Taman?
Ben and Julie, good afternoon. The National Guard still stands on duty here at Bradford High School, where President Trump stopped today. Earlier, there were Black Lives Matter protesters as well as pro-Trump demonstrators. The president making this visit to talk about money that he is providing for police and also businesses that are recovering. President Trump landed in Waukegan to make the short trip to Kenosha, a city wounded by unrest following the police shooting of Jacob Blake. Local Democratic officials urged the president not to make the visit, including the governor of Wisconsin and the mayor of Kenosha, who say they fear Mr. Trump could hurt the community's effort to heal. But the president pressed away anyway, meeting with police and touring businesses damaged by rioting.
So this store was here 109 years. Just about the oldest in the nation, doing what you did.
Oldest in the state, for sure.
President Trump is urging communities across America experiencing rioting and looting to ask for federal help.
Governors have to call, the mayors have to call. As soon as they call, the federal government will come in, it'll put it out.
The president's trip is also to emphasize his campaign message that he's about law and order. Aides hope the pitch motivates the president's base and appeals to independents concerned about the unrest. Trump supporter Gregory Picasso, a Kenosha resident, says he's fine with peaceful demonstrations, but not rioting.
Took it past the peaceful part, and that's really the bothersome part. You know, our town's kind of in ruins now. It just wasn't handled right. It's protest all day long, all the way, but just more peaceful.
Attorney General William Barr, traveling with the president, says enough is enough.
The looting and the arson were unacceptable. And as it progressed, it became more and more distant from the issue of racial justice. It was violence for violence sake. And once again, we saw the hijacking of a protest by a hardcore group of radicals.
Yesterday, Democratic presidential candidate Joe Biden pushed back against the notion he'd allow lawlessness.
Rioting is not protesting. Looting is not protesting. Setting fires is not protesting. None of this is protesting. It's lawlessness, plain and simple.
It remains to be seen whether the president's trip helps lower the temperature here in Kenosha. The president aggravated some protesters by defending the actions of Kyle Rittenhouse, the 17-year-old who's accused of killing 2 people at a recent protest. Trump suggests Rittenhouse may have acted in self-defense. Overnight, the president on Fox News discussing the Blake shooting said that some police officers choked. They miss a 3-foot putt. Today, the president tried to clean that up, calling the majority of police officers courageous. Live this afternoon from Kenosha, Taman Bradley, WGN News.